most about what just happened that day?
Well, we didn't play a complimentary football game, so turned the football over. Had some opportunities, but didn't score any points. Didn't get the job done. So.
What do you believe contributed to the protection breakdowns?
Probably a little bit of everything. You know, had some longer routes at times. Got beat at times, reads at times, calls at times. I'd say kind of collection of everything.
What were you trying to show Daniel on that interception? The cameras caught you showing the tablet to him.
I was trying to show him, kind of see what he thought, and then kind of tell him what I saw.
Didn't look like you were too happy because you kind of tossed the tablet as you walked away. I mean, what was supposed to happen on that route? Was it?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into particulars of it. Just we didn't get the job done.
What did you want him to do on that play?
Yeah, well, obviously not throwing interceptions. So.
How does a night like this happen? I mean, did you see any signs during practice this week where you had to
had a good week, Kim? No, had a good week. You know, I thought, defensively we did a lot of good things. Didn't get the job done. I had too many penalties on special teams and didn't score on offense. So, got to figure out a way to make that better.
I mean, how hamstrung do you feel with the way the offensive line is playing? I mean, it seems like Daniel.
Yeah, no excuses. I got to do a better job.
Do you feel like you let Daniel down with how you didn't protect him tonight?
Yeah, I'd just say overall, Pat, offensively wasn't good enough from any standpoint.
We've talked a lot about the play calling, and you've said the process has remained the same.
Yeah.
You guys are averaging 5 points per game. Aside from you removed that Cardinals game, do you think the process needs to change at this point?
Well, I'd say we got to do better. We'll keep working at it. Confident in the guys we have, and got to do a better job of it.
What do you make of the special teams?
Too many penalties. Yeah. Dropped the first punt. 6, 7 penalties? 6, yeah. So, again, really nothing good enough. Got to do a better job, and that starts with me.
What do you think of like the after the whistle stuff? Like Brightwell, Leonard getting into it. We saw some of that last week with Trent.
Yeah, certainly not something we want to do, Pat. You talk about it, you coach it, and ultimately they got to go out there and do it in the heat of the moment. So we'll work on that to fix it.
What did you tell the guys in the locker room after?
Yeah, I'll keep that between us, but obviously got to do a lot better.
Hey Brian, this is the second game you've had at home where at the end of the game it's visiting fans just having they own the place. I mean, are you getting worried you might lose your fans?
Yeah, I'd be upset too if I was a fan. So there's a lot of things we got to do better, and that's what we'll try to do.
Do you feel like this season is starting to spiral a little bit on you guys?
Yeah, it's the first quarter of the season. There's a long way to go, but certainly a lot of things we got to do better.
Brian, do you have enough of a handle on what exactly is wrong to be able to confidently say you have a plan to fix it in time for next week?
I have a lot of confidence in the guys in the room. I know the results haven't shown up. We took some pretty bad beatings, but you own it, you move on, and I got a lot of confidence in the players and the coaches, and we got to do a better job.
Brian, this team made the playoffs a year ago, and I know every year is different.
Every year is different.
How do you explain just the first quarter of this season?
I'd say every year is different. We're not playing well right now, not coaching well right now, so got to do a lot better.
The first half, you ran the ball on 3rd and 11. The fans clearly didn't like that.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication.
Like call, you mean?
It was not. No, it was a miscommunication. Daniel thought he heard something, one thing, and it was another thing, and miscommunication.
So you wanted to attack with a pass there?
Throw? Yeah.
Babes, do you think changes are needed? Do you have guys? Are you trusting the right players, coaches? I mean, do you have to kind of search a little bit with that now?
No, I think we haven't played well, Kim, so we got a lot of work to do, and that's what we'll do.
But you don't anticipate making any changes?
No. In what regard?
Staff, personnel on game days, anything
No.
along those lines?
Do you think the decision to go on fourth down after you guys got stopped in the first half really turned things around?
On the first drive?
When you guys got stuffed on the push play?
And it did what?
When you guys got stuffed on the push play?
I know. What was the question? I'm sorry.
I was saying that, do you think that really turned things around because of the inefficiency to get something going in the first half?
No. I'd go for it again if we were in that situation.
Right, what do you say to Daniel after a night like tonight? How does he shake something like this off?
Yeah, that's we had a tough game, all of us. So I got to do a better job of trying to help him.
You say it's the first quarter of the season, but how eye-opening is it to you? I mean, you're not just losing games, you lost by 40, 18, and 20.
I know the scores, Jordan. I got you. Yeah, not good. So a lot of work that needs to be done.
Brian, what gives you the confidence that you guys can turn this around? I mean, you seem very confident in terms of what you...
Well, I mean, when you're in this position, you have to, you tell it like it is, and you got to move on and get ready for the next week. Again, last week has nothing to do with this week. You can't focus on the stuff that happened in the past. You got to learn from them and obviously do better. We got to play better and coach better on game day. That's what we need to do.
What was the decision to put Adoree back at punt returner? Whose decision was that?
Yeah, I dropped that first punt, and I felt comfortable with Adoree back there, catching it, handling the ball. It's a good punter.
It's a kind of a quick hook on Eric Gray there. First punt of the game. Why after that?
I just thought it was to put Adoree back there with this punter and field the ball and make sure that we get possession of the ball.
Okay.
Do you feel like your message is getting through to the players?
Well, we're 1-3, and we got we got beat pretty good. I got a lot of confidence in our players. I've said that before. 1-3, so I'm going to present my message each week. I got confidence that those guys are hearing it. We're just not getting the results right now, and that starts with me.
What did you see at the goal line with that interception? What were you trying to do?
Just felt like the coverage was soft, trying to find someone in the zone, and obviously a terrible decision and an awful mistake. So I can't afford to do that.
Neal sacked 10 times tonight. How difficult is it to play under those circumstances when you're under that much pressure?
Give credit to their defense. They rush hard and play well together, but I got to do a better job getting through my reads, getting the ball out of my hand, and making quick decisions. So I'll definitely look to work on that.
Daniel, the broadcast showed some clips of Daboll kind of looking, expressing frustration. Do you care to kind of comment on what those interactions were like? I think that was after the interception.
I think we're all frustrated. So, I know I got to play better, and I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can to do that.
What was going through your head as you were kind of just sitting on the bench towards the end of the game?
Obviously I didn't play well enough. It was unacceptable, and I let the team down. So I've got to fix it. I got to work hard to get it right, and I'm going to do that.
What gives you confidence that you guys can get things going in the right direction?
We got the right kind of guys. We got all the talent we need, and we just have to put it together and have to be consistent with it.
Frustration. Is there any shock at where this team is now after 4 games?
No one expected this to be where we are. So there's some shock, but at the end of the day, it's about what we do from here and getting things corrected, playing better football.
You mentioned earlier in the week that you felt that the first half or the slow struggles just came down to execution. Why do you think that you guys ran into that same problem today?
Just didn't finish drives, didn't sustain drives and finish drives when we needed to. So we gotta execute more consistently.
You stress that you feel like you let the team down. Is there ever any part of your brain that allows you to consider that some of them may have let you down too, you know, in terms of protection, different things?
I'm gonna look at myself and study myself, see where I can improve, and see where I can help this team, and that's what I'm focused on. So my play wasn't good enough. I know that, and that's what I'm focused on.
I guess what I'm asking is, sometimes is it too much to ask of one player? You know, you're scrambling with the ball, you're running with the ball, you're making the throws. Is that too much to when there's not Saquon out there, when there's, you know, the passing game isn't really working?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, we all need to play better together, for sure. So, you know, that's what we're focused on as a group, and I'm a big part of that. So I'm gonna make sure I do that.
What's next for you after this loss? I know it's late, it's already close to midnight. How do you kind of go about processing this?
Yeah, I mean, watch film, study it, and see where I can improve.
What are the emotions on a tough night like tonight?
Frustrating. Very frustrating. Yeah, frustrating.
Why is the offense struggling so much to get going?
We're just not executing like we need to execute. Play in and play out. We're having too many mistakes that are killing drives, and at this point, it's piling on top of each other, and it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score. It's hard to win doing that.
How do you fix it? How do you get back to doing what you guys know you can do?
Got to start doing our jobs. Like, shoot, I mean, that's the truth of it, bro. Like, we got to start, you know, you get paid to block, you got to block, you get paid to catch, you got to catch, you play to throw, you got to throw. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got too much bag going on right now.
There's a level of shock after how good you guys were last year to be back in a similar spot to before last year?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us expected to perform this way, so definitely some surprise there, but just got to be better. Pretty much that. I mean, defense played about as good as they could play. You know, they held them multiple occasions, and you know, on offense we were to put together a couple of drives, but we just didn't finish in the end zone. And ultimately, if you don't finish in the end zone, you're not scoring points. If you don't score points, you can't win the game. So,
Are you getting concerned for Daniel the more he got hit?
it's hard to say. You know, I don't want to see him get hit, but at the same time, you know, it's football. It's going to happen. Obviously, I don't want him to get hit, but it is what it is.
It's still early in the season, but is there concern in the locker room about the direction this team is going?
I wouldn't say concern. We just know we have to be better. You know we have to be better, and everybody to a man just has to look themselves in the mirror and find a way to do different than what they've been doing.
Is there still belief on your part that that's possible, that you guys can turn this around?
Of course. I mean, right now, I want to bash my head into the wall, but for sure, I haven't lost any belief. We still have talented players. We have players that are capable, and that's the frustrating thing, is we have capable players that we just aren't all doing what we need to do. So, you know, it'd be a different thing if everybody just sucked. Then it'd be like, all right, well, there's no hope. But we have talented players that are capable of doing it, just got to do it.
We couldn't get things going on offense. We had ample opportunities to capitalize, we just didn't get it done. It was just a horrible feeling, man. Horrible.
Evan, nobody played well, but the offensive line allowed 11 sacks. How much responsibility do you guys take for where the offense is?
I mean, we take responsibility for those 11 sacks. I mean, we just have to play better. There's no excuse for it. But we come into work every day. We work hard. We put our best foot forward. And right now, we're just not playing our best ball. And I'm confident in this group, and I'm confident that we're going to turn it around. But right now, we got to get to the drawing board and figure it out.
Why do you think it is that you're not playing your best ball as a line? Why do you think it is? Is it the lack of continuity? Is it something in the scheme? What is the issue in the 11 sacks?
We just got to play better ball.
How hard is it to watch Daniel take the hits that he's taken?
It's extremely hard, man. I mean, as an offensive lineman, you want to protect your quarterback and keep him upright. And we haven't been doing a great job of doing that, so obviously it sucks, especially being a competitor at this level. Of course it sucks, you know what I'm saying? We got to play better ball. I mean, there's no excuse for how we've been performing. We're a better group of men, and we're a lot better than what we've been, showing.
How much is the absence of Andrew Thomas affecting you guys as a group?
Hey, I can't wait till AT gets back. Having him, definitely, obviously, give us a major boost. But, whenever he's ready, he's going to be back. But until then, hey, who we have is who we have. I have extreme confidence in Joshua Zulu. He's an extreme competitor. He works his ass off. And until AT gets back, I'm confident in his. I'm confident in him.
Can you guys pick? Evan, it seems you have two things working against you. The run game struggles, and then you have to come uphill on the scoreboard. How difficult does that make the pass protection situation? How much more difficult does that make it?
Extremely difficult. You get the run game going. It kind of keeps the defense honest. And when you get into a game like this, like a passing game, they pretty much knew we were throwing the ball every time. So you're getting guys' best pass rush. They're running games and twists and pressures and things like that. So it's just tough. This is a situation that you don't want to get yourself in. We got to do a better job of coming out faster. We definitely have to do a better job of establishing the run game as well.
How do you avoid hanging your head and not getting down on yourselves?
Flipping the page, moving on to the next week. This is the nature of this business. We're on to Miami, and as horrible as this feels, we got to get up and go to work in the morning. And we got to be there for each other. We all we got, and that's all we need.
Is that the hardest thing about it? Is that you just don't have the answers? That if you saw things that you could fix, that it was easy fix?
Yeah, I don't got the answers. I can't tell anybody how to do their job. All I can do is do what I'm asked to do and go out there and try to execute that.
Were you open on the interception in the end zone?
I feel like there was opportunity to get the ball there, but like I said, all I can do is present myself open to the quarterback, and I'm not in control of when or how often the ball comes to me. All I can do is try to make a play on it when it does.
You're obviously expected to be a big part of this offense. What do you make of one target, one catch?
As a playmaker, that's tough to tough pill to swallow. Like I said, all I can do is go out there and execute the game plan that they put in front of us. As a playmaker, I can't just go home and go to sleep knowing what I've done in this league and what I'm capable of. It's tough, man.
Was the game plan to, when you were reviewing the game plan this week, did you expect to have this few targets until the fourth quarter, or was that a surprise to you when the game started?
I don't go into a game expecting that, but I go into the game with the mindset of, I've had plenty of games in my career where, it's been heavily second half production. In the first half, it's you just got to stay with it and not check out and not, get frustrated and, start yelling or anything like that. And, things start to come your way. And in this game, opportunities just weren't really that there for me. And that's something that, as an offense, we can discuss and just see how we move forward best as a team to just put a good display out there, because we're not doing that, and the fans deserve way better.
How does this get fixed at this point?
Honest conversation, just sitting down and being what can we do to get a spark going? What can we do to just get some momentum rolling? What can we do to clean up penalties in all the phases of the offense? Let's just start with the fundamentals.
Why do you? Because I understand the work that we put in. I understand how we prepare, and ultimately I understand the talent that we have. So we just gotta find a way to put it together. And right now we're not doing that. So we just gotta find a way. We gotta find a way.
Gino, he looked like he thought that hit was you.
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
Some that he, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't care, to be honest, about what he is saying or what he's doing, honestly. So, it don't really matter.
You thought that hit was good, fine though, and I mean,
Yeah, I thought
as Isaiah
it-
said, he
yeah.
was just trying to make a play.
Yeah, I thought the hit was fine. So, I mean, he'll be all right.
This is the type of game that people around the league watch. And so Eric Armstead tonight on Twitter was mocking Daniel. You had John Feliciano on Twitter sarcastically saying, hate to see it. The guy was here last year.
Yep.
You got guys around the league teeing off on you guys for how you performed in these primetime games. What do you think of that, the perception of this team right now?
We have to be better. I mean, I can't really.
Oh, does that piss you off as well?
I don't really care what everybody else is saying. The fact of the matter is, we just got to play better. It doesn't really matter what the outside people are saying. It doesn't matter what the fans say. It don't matter what other players say. We care about what's in this locker room. We believe in what's in this locker room. It's been that way since I've been a part of the Giants team, a part of this organization. It's always been us versus everybody else, and that's just what it's going to be. And I think we understand that. So we just got to keep fighting. It's a long season. It's 4 games. Not the quarter that we wanted to have, but we still got time to bounce back. So, it ain't over yet.
What was Daboll's message to you guys in after the game?
We gotta play better, football all around. Offense, defense, special teams. We gotta be better complementary football. Like, it's just that simple. Like, when you look out there and watch the game, you can see that. It just has to be all tied in together. And once we do that, we'll be all right. But until then, we got a lot of work to do. So, yeah.